All right, I'm Dr. Laura Schlessinger, and this is part of our series on what's your backstory? I mean, it's interesting the things that people do in their lives, and they have successful companies and what have you. But the real interesting part is how do they get from zero to there? And today we're talking to Marc Werner. Hi, Marc.
Hi, Dr. Laura.
He is CEO of GhostBed, and we're going to find out why the bed is called a ghost bed. But, a lot of people, a lot of companies, oh my gosh, mattress companies, there are a million of them. But yours started out with a mission.
Ours started out with a mission, definitely.
Tell us that.
Well, going way back, I was fortunate to be born into the Werner ladder family. So my grandfather started that over 100 years ago. And then my dad invented the aluminum ladder and the fiberglass ladder.
Whoa.
You might have heard of a Werner ladder. That's about 85% market share. So there's quite a few of them out there. But when they started it, when my grandpa started it, who was a lieutenant colonel in World War I and World War II, he just started with the mission statement of making dinner money for his 11 brothers and sisters. It was very simple. It was a glorified lemonade stand. Just start, just dirt poor, just trying to do something to make kind of dinner money. And it was just kind of brick by brick, and then they built that up. But they were all inventors and engineers. And that's kind of been the history of my family for multiple generations. So when my dad invented the fiberglass ladder, I was his little lab assistant when I was a little guy growing up through the years. So I learned a lot about polymer technology. And then when I joined the business, I then was the fiberglass manager working in there. So what I learned was that that's what we call a structural polymer to make the fiberglass ladder. And I ended up making memory foam type pillows, mattresses, etc. And that's a comfort polymer. So I took that learning and transferred it over to the mattress and comfort side. And then filling that out, I started this business with my wife because I wanted a family business. I came from a family business, and family business to me is very important. It's a binder to keep you together. You work all day, you have dinner tonight, at night. So it keeps your family together over generations. So I kind of missed that when we ended up selling the Werner company 25 plus years ago. So I started GhostBed with my wife and my kids. They were a little younger at the time, but 2 of my 3 kids work full time here, and we're super excited about that. But the reason I got into mattresses, because I didn't really know anything about mattresses 25 years ago, other than I slept on one, is that I've had 3 neck surgeries. So I've got all this titanium metal screws and rods fused together and very uncomfortable, and it gets worse and worse as I get older. So I couldn't find a pillow or a mattress that really worked for my situation. So I decided I love this memory foam, which was a new type of material. So I said, let's just make my own, because through the years, I've just kind of saw a problem and solved it. So that's kind of how I got into the mattress business. And now we're going 25 years. We're in multiple countries, the US, Canada, the UK, Puerto Rico, soon to be Mexico. So we've expanded, but we're still a family business. And all of our people that work here, we consider family. We treat everyone like family, and we just like that environment. And that's kind of our ethos, who we really are.
Well, families have skirmishes. So how do you folks deal with I did that on time. No, you didn't. How do you folks deal with that when you're mixing family and business?
I was very fortunate in the Werner ladder business that everything was handled in a very professional manner and a very polite manner. And there really wasn't the arguments. I mean, believe it or not, my mother's now deceased, but my parents would have been going on, my dad's still here at 95, going on 65, 70 years of marriage. They never had one fight. So in all my years growing up, you might find this hard to believe, especially in your profession, they never had an argument. So I didn't know anything about, arguing in that sense. And it was very low key. In fact, the first time my wife, when I was first married 40 plus years ago, I mean, I'm still married, was that she got angry at me for something. I called my mother. I said, I think I'm getting divorced. And she said, why? I said, well, Donna's, upset with me about something. I don't even know what it is. She goes, no. Married people argue, Marc. You just never saw it in your life, but that's normal. You never saw it. I'm like, okay, good, because I didn't want to get divorced because she's upset with me. And I was just too naive to even know. But, I'm not embarrassed to admit it.
So how did you make her feel better when she was mad? How did we resolve that?
I just tried to find out what the problem was, and I was just very low key about it, like I am today. I'm not a confrontational person, so I find out what the issue is, and I just let it kind of relax a little bit, and it comes back to normal.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now,
Three
you
kids
know,
and five grandkids later.
wow. Now, when your neck got messed up, how do you know that the kind of pillow or mattress you're making, it may be good for you, but you're selling zillions of them with the notion that it's for repair, restoration. How do you know that it covers all those different necks?
Well, couple answers on that. So for my neck surgery, we have several pillows, but the first one I made that I patented was our gel memory foam pillow. So I made it with enough support and comfort that I knew it worked for me, and so I figured it would probably work for at least 50% of the country. And it's turned out that's correct. But I also know the second ingredient is most people, like myself, sleep warm, no matter what. And so sleeping cool is a really important attribute. And being able to sleep cool is puts you in a better rest, in a better REM sleep. So it's a better thing to do that. So I focused from day one on cooling technologies. And fortunately, I've gotten several patents on it. And it's been part of our GhostBed story is everything we're doing is cooling. The pillows, our sheets. I make our sheets with Tencel, which comes from the eucalyptus tree, and long staple cotton from California. It's made on 3 or 4 different continents. It takes almost 6 months from start to finish.
Oh,
And you wake up, every morning I wake up and I say to my wife, these are the greatest sheets in the world. And I mean, I made them and I invented them, and they're fantastic. And we take everything about quality from the quality of the materials. On our fitted sheet, Dr. Laura, we have a 2-inch elastic band that goes around the sheet.
why didn't I know you make sheets? I
You
didn't
should.
know that.
They're the greatest sheets of the world. I mean, I every morning I wake up, it's like Groundhog's Day. I say the same thing every day. This is the greatest stuff, and I'm so proud of it. And so with that 2-inch elastic band on the fitted sheet, they never pop off. So you never have that argument with your partner, like the fitted sheet came off. You go, pick up the heavy mattress and put it back on. Doesn't happen with GhostBed sheets. Doesn't happen with our sheets. We have the same thing on our mattress protector, which makes no noise. It's cool. It's waterproof, and it stays fitted on. And even our memory foam toppers, which are unique. We have a great cover for that, also with that 2-inch elastic band, so it stays in place. We try to think of everything for the customer so they're really happy and they never
Okay.
have to think
May
about
I
it.
ask? You offer that you use it, you don't like it, send it back to us. How the heck do you get that into an envelope and send it back to you?
Well, that's kind of tricky, but because it comes compressed, as you know. So
Yes, I uncompressed it, it turned into a
right,
mattress.
like those little toys in the bathtub when you were a kid,
Yes.
sponges. So what we do is we give you 101 nights to try it out. So over 3 months to try it in your own environment. You hopefully most people take the Marc's mattress quiz, so they kind of size up their situation with the type of mattress that they need and that we offer. So that takes care of a lot of the problem. But for the people that it doesn't work out, what we do is we pick it up. And
Ah,
we pick it up, and 95% of the time it's going to some charitable organization. So across the whole country, we have a service.
I was just wondering how I would ever jam that
Yeah,
back into a Wheaties box. Yeah, okay.
you can figure that out. Let me know. I mean, I know how to do it, but you need a big machine that costs a lot of money.
Yes, exactly. I'm not going to send it back to you if I first have to get a machine, but I love the mattress, so it's not happening.
Thank you.
Now, where the heck did you get a name like Ghost Bed? I mean, really?
So when I was a kid, I was afraid that there were ghosts under my bed. So when we were first starting, I was talking to my sales manager and I was telling him the story. And he said, that would be a great name for the brand. And I'm like, okay. And I really love it because it's easy to remember. It's certainly easy to spell. It gives you an idea of the product category, and it's fun. And we've got the little ghost guy in the logo. So we can have him with a top hat on for New Year's or just all throughout the seasons and play around with it. And it's just a fun type of a name, and it works well. So
So you've been evolving and developing this for about a quarter of a century, but you seem young enough that the brain is still working really good. So are you coming up with any new stuff and inventions?
I am. I'm coming up with a very big product that I've been working on for 10 years. That's very important. That I've got I have multiple patents issued on it
Hint,
already.
hint. What part of my body would I use it for?
Well, it's going to be help if you snore. It's going to have
Ah,
an automatic anti-snore feature.
ooh,
So for most of the people that snore, it's not deviated septums. It's just passageway. So if it kind of lifts you up a little bit, it will kind of open that passageway and you'll stop snoring. So you don't have to get the elbow from the partner or the flying pillow or any of those kinds of
yeah, I
things.
used to do that a lot.
And I'm super excited. Right. It's such a common problem. In fact, there's something called like sleep divorce because
Yes,
20% of the country sleep in separate rooms because of
yes.
a snoring issue or I like a different mattress. It's another thing with GhostBed. You do the split king, you can pick the mattress you want, you can be at the height and massage features and things that you want. So we lean into that split king. But yeah, so this new product comes out in about June. We're very excited about it. Long time in the making. I know it's going to make a lot of people happy. And
Excellent.
yes,
Excellent. Well, I'll be able to refer now when people call, oh, she put me in the other room and now we don't cuddle.
yeah, no problem. We've got that solved.
And how many kids do you have? How old are they?
So I've got a daughter turning 40 who's worked for us for almost 19 years, and she's terrific, Ashley. She has three kids, so three grandkids there. My son, Jeffrey, in the middle, works for us, and he's got two babies. And my youngest boy is getting married later this year, and I expect him to have quite a few grandkids for us.
Does he work with the company also?
He lives based in South Florida. We're originally from Chicago,
Ah,
and so he lives in Dallas, and he's into commercial real estate, and he loves commercial real estate. So whatever makes anybody happy, and especially my kids, if that makes them happy, he's doing terrific at it. He's a wonderful boy, so we're happy for him. Would I love him to work in the family business? Absolutely, but I also want him to do what he wants to do. Maybe one day in the future.
well, I'm really impressed with you. In addition, you seem like a really nice guy. You sound like you'd be a great boss.
I try to be a full-time gentleman and always very nice, and I try to make everyone, happy. And so that's kind of the environment here. And we don't have a lot of turnover, so I think it's pretty indicative
That
of,
explains it. They're right there. Well,
yeah.
thank you so much. I've been talking, I still am talking to Marc Werner about GhostBed and all the other things he's doing. And you have a mattress that massages?
Yes.
I
So
think I think I ought to have access to an experimental mattress
probably. So my dad
massager.
is 95, and when you get older, you get up a lot to go pee and go to the restroom. So
Hopefully, unless you're
hopefully,
catheterized.
right. And what happens is when you get older, then you can't fall back to sleep that easily. So I invented this massage mattress, and think of a massage chair, those expensive massage chairs. This has all the attributes of that, but it's a horizontal platform. Really very comfortable. We make it in all foam and a hybrid foam with pocketed coils, and it's the first of its kind. So with my dad, I put him on this massage mattress, and he goes to the bathroom, comes back, he turns it on. In 5 minutes, he's out like a light. And he goes to the bathroom 9 or 10 times a night. So, I mean, this is, yeah,
Catheterized. All
he, does,
right.
he doesn't want to do that, but this is a game changer for him. And people just love the massage mattress.
Thank you so much, Marc. It has been really a pleasure to hear your backstory. I like people to know, yeah, there are people who make products and the products are okay and great and wonderful and all of this, but the people behind them make so much more value for the products when they're like you. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And you can use the Dr. Laura and get an extra 10% off at the GhostBed website.
How about that? All right, extra 10% off. I love it. Thank you so much. And now you've taken my mind off the worry of how to get it back into a package, but it's, have a great day. Say hi to your family.
Thank you, Dr. Laura.
Bye-bye.
Bye.